Hello and welcome. These are some of the things that affected our funds in February. Correction continued in February, commodity prices continued to fall, and financial companies impacted by the downturn. The corrections that we saw at the start of the year continued for some time in February. Banks and other financial institutions in particular have felt the effects of the downturn at the beginning of the year. The financial sector has been severely impacted by investors' concerns regarding lower interest margins and the fear that banks have too much exposure to a falling commodity market. If banks themselves were worried about their commodities exposure, we would likely have seen a decline in bank loans. While Europe's leading economies have had negative inflation, the increase in prices in the US continues to surprise. Inflation is now approaching the US central bank's target, but it still remains highly uncertain whether they will hike the policy rate further at their upcoming meeting in mid-March. SKAGEN Global has an overweight in the financial sector, and as a result, the fund performed more poorly than its benchmark index in February. On the positive side, SKAGEN Focus delivered better returns than its benchmark index. Year to date, all the funds are lagging their benchmarks slightly, but there are signs that the correction is nearing its end. Now, let's take a quick look at which companies have contributed most and least to returns in the month. Lundin Mining, Volvo and Tyson Foods were the three best monthly contributors to the absolute performance of SKAGEN Global, while AIG, Citigroup and State Bank of India were the three largest detractors. The US food producer Tyson Foods has returned 22% year to date, and the team has therefore trimmed the position size as the market has started to adopt SKAGEN Global's view of the story. In SKAGEN Kontiki's portfolio, the top three performers in February were OCI, Bharti and LG Electronics. Korean chemical and polysilicon producer OCI was up almost 50% in February after reporting neutral results. The reason for the big run is because there are signs that polysilicon supply pressure might ease at the same time as polysilicon prices have stabilized. At the bottom of the performance list for February, we yet again see State Bank of India. Richter and Tech Mahindra were also amongst the underperformers. State Bank of India was heavily impacted by potential new provisioning rules that could put pressure on earnings and capital ratios. Pan American Silver, AirCap and South 32 were the strongest contributors to the performance of SKAGEN Focus in February, while AIG, Citizens Financial Group and SBI Holdings were the main detractors during the month. And those were the highlights for February. Please remember that you can subscribe on our website to have the latest news from SKAGEN sent directly to your inbox. Thank you for watching.